Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's event. This is the third time for me to hold the annual speech. For the past 3 years, the world has undergone significant changes. It has profoundly influenced everybody's life and work. Faced with incessant and huge changes, many will feel that they are not accustomed to the situation. Sometimes they feel they are confused, and some people even feel anxious about it. Therefore, for this annual speech, I'm not going to talk about Xiaomi. I would like to talk about something else. That is, how I go through the valleys in my life, how I make it through some anxiety and confusion. I would like to tell you 3 stories. The first story goes like this. When I was young, I met the product failure, business failure, even the closure of the business. These are the troubles and difficulties I had. The story can be traced back to 30 years ago. That was 1992. It was the DOS era. WPS was very popular at that time. I still remember that WPS was installed in every computer. Kingsoft was in the high time at that time. Qiao Guojun was the software hero at that time. However, Kingsoft still faced huge potential risks. It was that year Microsoft has entered China. Windows and Office have also entered China. So how was the software, the Kingsoft, the only way for it to survive is to develop a new software set. At that time, we were young. We did not think very carefully before we started. I still remember I gave a fantastic name to my system that I hope that the Pangu software can expedite a new ground in the WPS platform and pushed it into a new level. So at that time, we were so upbeat. But can you think about it? For a small company, how can he compete with a tycoon in the world? So think about it. The project was not so easy. I still remember we have gathered all of the programmers, and we have also gathered all the funds in our company. So we have been working 3 years, day and night. In April 1995, WPS, that was our Pangu office, it was complete. It was the development of 3 years. We were all waiting for this day. We even have prepared a celebration banquet. But no one can imagine this. When the product was released, immediately the sales were so doomed, and it cannot even reach 1/10 of the expectation. So I felt so depressed. It fell down from the cloud to the ground. So how can we do that? How should we do? So then I encouraged all the employees to continue to work and struggle. By the beginning of the year, that was 1996, things did not turn better. Pangu systems sales have not turned better. What is more troublesome is that sales of WPS cannot increase, and our revenue was in sharp decline. It was even difficult for us to give the employees salaries. At that time, the company was in a critical period. At that time, I was 26. I was the general manager of the Kingsoft of Beijing. It was the first time for me to meet such situation. I felt so helpless. Every day when I was about to give salaries to the employee, I felt it was the hardest day. And at that time, the most difficult time, we cannot even give the salary to the employees the next month. At that time, I suffered often from insomnia. I cannot sleep night after night. I still remember many nights I sat alone in the sofa and watching the lights went off one after another, and see the first light gradually began to dawn. So this pain can only be felt by those who have gone through the situation like this. Colleagues were also so depressed. And also, they left Kingsoft one after another. Our hectic office at that time gradually became silent. So it was a very hard time for me at that time. As the head for the R&D, I could not understand this. Such an excellent brand, such an excellent software like Pangu, why they can't reach a very high level of sales? I could not understand. So I want to know the reason. I would like to know what's the reason behind it. So I have made a big decision. I began to act as a salesperson. It was Zhong Guancun 30 years ago. I found the biggest software shop as a salesperson. At that time, at the beginning, I was so confident. Though I did not act as the salesperson, but the software was made by me. They would nevertheless become problematic. So the first day, I acted as the salesperson. I met every client. I was so enthusiastic to see them, and I treated them as my relatives. Sometimes I keep rattling. I still remember there are so many clients. I talk and chatted with them about half an hour. So one group after another. One day I would sit for 8 hours. Sometimes my mouth would go dry. I still remember when I returned home, without having supper, that I slept. As a programmer, at that time, every day's work was writing programs, and for the first time when I was a salesperson, I sat for 8 hours. Can you imagine how exhausted I am? So such an exhausting day. What about the result? I can tell you all this. At that time, I did not even sell one set of product. So I just comfort myself. I was out of luck. It was the first time for me to do this. It is just normal. The second day, I would work harder. For the second day, I cannot sell even a set of product. I was so confused. For the third day, the situation goes on, especially when I see other shop salespersons have secured one order after another. At that time, I even doubted my ability. It was indeed in that moment that I realized that technology work is hard, but at the same time, the sales work is also hard. For the third day, I decided not to sell. What should I do? I began to watch what others do. So I watched the salesperson with the best performance, how they greet the customers, how he sell the products. So I watched him the whole day. So after a whole day, I felt it was so rewarding because there are so many tricks and skills to be a salesperson. I can give you some examples. Once a client enters the shop, I will be prattling with them. So how did he do? He did not tell several words. He would listen to the customers. Sometimes he just gives a few sentences and he has successfully attracted the clients. And I was a technology person, technology guy. I would like to explain the technology to others. And sometimes when they disagree with me, I would like to argue with them. Sometimes I was so over-serious. So but they did not do this. The best salesperson did not do this. He just gave a promotion paper and just explained to the customers, and he will also use a computer to give a demo to the customer. So what is that's the purpose of sales? The purpose is to let the customers receive your products comfortably. And he is easygoing. It was easy for him to communicate with the customer. Because I am a programmer, it is a difficult thing for me to communicate with a stranger. So that is why, in the 5th day, I was thinking about it, and I would think what he wants, what the need the customers are. So after a day, then I was successful. So I get the first order. At that time, I think I have won the whole world. I was so excited. After I sell the first order, it seems that I have found the feel to sell. So the performance went better. It was the 7th day I became the sales champion of my shop. It was so unbelievable. When I told the stories with my colleagues, so he just told me it was the 7th day instant growth story of a salesperson. I think you are wrong. A programmer who have failed in the R&D in order to know the reasons behind and be a salesperson for the 7th day consecutively. So I did this that year just because I have done this, and it was so tiring. But today, when I recollected the story, I felt it was so rewarding. I can give you an example, a story. In 1996, when the computer began to be popularized, when I acted as the salesperson in a software shop, every day, several clients came to ask me, do you have any software for you to know the basic knowledge of the computer? So I was so confused. Why should they need a software to teach them to know the basic knowledge of the computer? I was so patient, and I dissuaded them that we do not have such software, or you turn left and there is a bookshop and you can buy a book to learn from the book. Until I was asked for countless times, it was dawned on me that I can make a software like this. So compared with the Pangu software, it was not so advanced technology. So shouldn't I make such a software? So I organized the team. That is the software, that is the starters for computers. I did not make the advertisement, and after I introduced the software, it became so popular, it became the top sales. So this process has given me great shock. It let me contemplate a very simple law. As a technology person, you should not do the simple. You should do the simple products. You should not make the products that look so fantastic as long as they're needed by the customers. It was so easy to be sold. So the good products would be easy to be sold.
With that understanding, it's never hard to make products anymore. And then we produce a lot of bestsellers, for example, Kingsoft Antiviral and Kingsoft Power Word. There are dozens of them. So Kingsoft found its way out. Now let's look back at Pangu. It's a simple thing. It's just making things without any consideration of consumer needs. But easy said, but hard to be done. We have so many engineers and technicians who are used to honing their technical skills other than the markets. That was an enlightenment to me. Without the crisis in 1996, as an engineer, I could have never had such an opportunity to learn that lesson. And with that off-site experience as a salesperson, I could dare say that it's a rare opportunity and a treasurable experience for me throughout my whole career. After the experience as a salesperson, whenever I inspected the stores, I felt differently. I preferred touring in the outlets whenever I had the opportunity. I also visited the other stores of other brands because off-site, I was not thinking only about their products anymore. Instead, I could look at the interior design, the shelves, and the posters, the training of their personnel, and so on. Bit by bit, I did look at the core points. And 3 decades ago, the retail business in China was backward. So whenever I had this opportunity to go abroad, I would take time to visit the outlets off-site. Some outlets overseas were very big. I could still remember that I spent one whole day in one outlet. Almost every package has been touched by me. I tried my best to keep every detail in my mind. With that, I had certain understanding of retail business, which was very helpful later on for my career. At this point, I could say that Kingsoft found its way of survival, but for me, myself, I was put in a bigger dilemma. I was in the darkest moments of my life. So what happened? First of all, we pinned too much hopes on Pangu. So ever since the failure of Pangu, I was wrapped up in that emotion. I was so down. And secondly, in face of the fierce competition from Microsoft, I saw no silver lining of winning that competition. If, as a surviving enterprise, that was not appealing to me. So, I felt that I lost my faith, and I lost the will to fight. So, by the end of April, I resigned. And later on, Tws told me that how about you can take half a year leave? So I did, for half a year. Many people lost their way. I'm not sure if it were you, how would you try to relieve the pressure? But for me, I had no better ways. I spent time with my friends in the pubs. This was a photo taken in a pub in Sanlitun 3 decades ago. And also dancing in the pubs was very popular among the youngsters. I could still remember that we danced for one whole night without any stop. So that was how I spent those time. During which time, I started to fall for the rock music. It was noisy in the beginning, but when I was depressed, I started to be immersed in such a musical atmosphere. I forgot all my pains. Because of that experience in the pubs, I started to think about opening such a pub in Sanlitun as well. I did the market survey about how to run a pub. As a result, not long after, I bumped into one interesting thing: BBS. I had all the time in the world, so I spent so much time on Cfido platform. What was Cfido? Internet was not popularized back then in China, so many followers all to log on and build this forum called Cfido. And in those years, the thing that you could get along with the friends from afar through the internet was a rare experience. It was miraculous. And I totally lost myself in this platform, starting from the beginning. It's hard to imagine right now. It's just like you are diving into the meta-universe technology, and it's a fresh experience as well. Since you have to call to log on, so it was very expensive. Imagine you put a lot of posts in the forum, and you started to put a lot of posts, and people might complain about you because they are very carelessly prepared. So you have to be careful and reply candidly. I had a strength because I was a programmer. I could type very fast, so I wrote for 100 posts per day. I remember that I spent one whole day to write about 10,000 characters. There was very few people who could write more than me on Cfido. Because of my efficiency, very quickly I was ranking among the top on Cfido. It was a credibility ranking, and that was because of the number of posts we wrote, and I was frequently among top 3. I had a competitor. I could still remember him. He posted over 100 per day as well, and we competed against each other. He didn't know how to type fast. He used his 2 fingers to type. Of course, he was fast with his own ways. And it is said that he even has spoiled some keyboards. That was a funny scene. I was wondering, why didn't he practice typing on the keyboard? Since I posted so much, very quickly I became the forum moderator. Maybe you don't have the experience. It's just like the head of the WeChat group. It's not a big title, but there are a lot of businesses on us. To be a forum moderator, first of all, you have to post, and you have to drag in friends and create a good and friendly atmosphere. The most difficult thing for the forum moderator is that you have to act as the management person in the community. Sometimes people argue fiercely in community, and you have to console them. So it was tiresome. I woke up at 7 a.m. and I was busy all day till after midnight. So I kidded that I was almost busier than before at work. I was bathed in that experience on the forum, but some friends of mine questioned. He said that I was trying to stay away from the pains, and some people even thought it was regretful. Lei Jun was a good guy, and why did he start squandering my time and even my life on the forum? To be honest, I am grateful to them. I know they cared for me, but I had disagreements. I don't think people could be very purposeful in their lives. Sometimes the purposeless things have their own values. So for half a year, I had no purpose at all. I just enjoyed the time on the forum, and I had fun. In such a relaxing time, step by step, I restored myself and recovered from the failure. When I was preparing for today's speech, I was searching for the posts I wrote in 1996, and here is one good example of all of them. I spent so much time on the forum, and years after, it suddenly came to me that this experience was quite valuable for me. So, what was the value for me? When we were building the Mi community, we need to build such a forum. We kicked off to a very good start, and within less than 1 year, we became the most popular mobile phone-based forum in China. Why was that? That was thanks to my experience on the forum and BBS, so I was familiar with those skills. Very quickly, I helped the Xiaomi community to go somewhere. You might be wondering that if I spent time playing games, surfing on the internet, and reading novels, might be a waste of time, but now I hope I could change your idea. As long as you have self-control, sometimes entertainment could be the best way of learning. Because you have no purpose in mind, it's easy to get on with the learning, and you can learn very fast. But a kind reminder is, you cannot just spend the time enjoying the entertainment blindly. Of course, I support play, but you have to take it seriously. In those days, on the forum, I met some friends. 2 of them became very popular later on. One used to be a programmer in China Motion Telecom. His name is Ma Huateng. The other is an engineer from Ningbo Telecommunication called Ding Lei. I never asked those 2 why did they spend so much time and was so passionate in BBS. But I'm convinced that that experience must be very conducive to their startup of Tencent and NetEase. Someday in the future, maybe I could approach them and ask them this question about playing fiddle. During that careless half a year, I recovered myself. And in November 1996, I returned to Kingsoft. Why? In the innermost part of my heart, I never gave up the dream of rejuvenating the software business in China. So we hope to rival against Microsoft. After I returned, we fought on the battlefield against Microsoft, and also we had guerrilla wars incessantly. We made so many software and games so as to support the main battle. With those moves, after 2 decades of industriousness, we re-emerged from a small company. But now, the MOU is exceeding 500 million. I cannot say that we have already won against Microsoft, but to be number 2 in the world, it's really hard one. So I'm very proud of WPS. Also, when I was preparing for this speech, my colleagues encountered 2 interviews. One was from 2003 and the other was from 2004. I was interviewed about the history of WPS. I seemed cute in those videos. I looked like only 18 years old. and I edited it. So how about we enjoy those clips?
梦想有多大，舞台就有多大。科技创业者，你方唱罢我登场。年轻的雷军在金山公司充满干劲儿，他立志开发出一套家喻户晓的软件作品。
当时呢，没有几个软件企业能够扛得住，我们自己呢也是一个照面就被对方干翻了。记得当时呢，我们花了3年时间，辛辛苦苦开发出来的一个新的办公软件。当时我们计划卖2万多套，结果呢卖的不到2000套，输的是一塌糊涂。
我就要这样拱手认输吗？他看着自己一直挂在墙上的标语，让我们的软件运行在每一台电脑上。这是他作为一个程序员的理想。
金山的战略是什么呢？第一，我们是持久战，打 PS 不要想一天就搞定。第二，我们要开拓敌后游击战，我们得做微软不做的，还得以战养战。
如果逐鹿中原为时尚早，那就不如在边缘战场打游击，而游击战是可以上升到战略层面的。金山推出金山毒霸、金山影霸、金山词霸等系列软件，甚至开始进军游戏领域，剑侠情缘等系列游戏甚至成为行业内领导品牌。这些产品为金山度过早期难关和创建品牌立下了汗马功劳。1997年，金山在沉寂多年的文字处理软件上开始发力 ，WPS 97横空出世，成为首款运行在 Windows 系统上的国产软件。短短2个月就卖出13000套，位列各大办公软件销售榜榜首。当年被微软压制的金山，终于用市场业绩赢得了和微软对决的资格。
Just when I was trying to revitalize Kingsoft, there were radical changes in the outside world. On the other side of the coast, perhaps you don't remember this company called Netscape. It was founded in 1994, listed in 1995. Yahoo was founded in 1995 and listed in 1996. The first wave of internet emerged. At that time, the whole world was immersed in the wave of internet, and China also followed closely. In 1996, NetEase was founded. At the end of 1996, Tencent was founded. And in 1998, Sina and Sohu changed their names and also set off again. Therefore, the first wave of internet also started in China at that time. And in October 1998, it was the first time for me to feel the irreversible momentum of internet, and we have to catch up. At that time, I felt that we're already slow. So how can we, what should we do? So I told the board of directors that, so since this is the start of the internet era, perhaps we can acquire a company so that we can make a fast strike. And in the next 20 years, there have been rumors in the market saying that when Ma Huateng founded Tencent, he tried to sell QQ to me, but I didn't buy it. And when Alibaba was founded, Alibaba also sought for my investment, and I didn't. For people, it seems that I was stupid and I don't have a foresight. So with this opportunity, I would like to tell you that neither of them approached me. These are both rumors, and I don't know who make up this rumor. And I only talked with one company, that is NetEase. At that time, NetEase was founded for a year. And NetEase was a host for personal websites. And that was a great business at that time. It also helped the telecommunication office of Guangzhou to establish an email system. I really liked NetEase, so I approached Ding Lei and I said, perhaps I can invest 10 million to acquire the company. 10 million Chinese yuan was quite an amount of money, and there were only 5 to 6 people in the company, so that was quite an amount of money. And Ding Lei said no. 2 months later, Ding Lei told me that he got $10 million finance, and the company's valuation was $60 million. By the forex rate at that time, the valuation of the market was over 500 million Chinese yuan. I was totally shocked. So internet was truly crazy. After a failed acquisition, I decided to do it on my own. At that time, we were all dedicated to software, and we only had a basic understanding of the internet about how to use it. We tried for a year, and one day I thought I understood it. I think I got a new understanding about the internet. And this was my understanding about the internet at that time. I thought internet was just a tool. In the future, all the companies will use internet, and e-commerce is the most promising in the future. And this was my understanding about internet at that time. So I started to work on e-commerce. Of course, at that time, we have strict requirements to ourselves, and we did a lot to get prepared. In May 2000, Joyo.com was launched. Back then, I was so determined and ambitious about internet. Many people wanted to invest in this website, but I said no because I want to use our own investments. At that moment, the bubble of internet broke. The global capital market also entered into a harsh winter. Even such news cannot shake my confidence. The first investment to Joyo, 20 million Chinese yuan, were from the shareholders of Kingsoft. So talking about Joyo.com, I think the nature of e-commerce is retailing. Based on my experience about retailing and based on the lessons I learned over the years, I used everything I knew about it to select product, decorate the shop, and price the product. So everything I learned about retailing were used on e-commerce. And the second most important thing about e-commerce is about fine operation, down to each and every detail. I still remember that at that time, every day when I went to work, I had to click all the links on Joyo.com. To be honest, every day I could find a failed link. So I told my colleagues that I am a software engineer. The most important thing I learned about software is that what might go wrong will definitely go wrong. Therefore, you have to check every place. For today's event, we use today's event as an example. If you want to use your laptop to make the presentation, something might go wrong. So for each and every launch launch event, we have 2 to 3 laptops as backup. So if you can be careful enough, you will be able to succeed. At the same time, I also require everybody to review and summarize what happened on that day, and also check what our competitors did on the same day, and also come up with improvements to be made for the next day. To test the services on Joyo.com, every week I placed a large number of orders on Joyo.com. So in my office, there was a large number of CDs, books, and DVDs. And many of them were even unpacked because I bought so many things. So at that time, my colleagues would love to have meetings in my office, and because they can take some of the things I bought with them. So I had so many books on my shelves at that time. And in order to think about how to provide proper services in our e-commerce internet, we also innovated a lot of services. For example, we established the local warehouses like Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen warehouses, and we were the first one to build up our own logistics network in order to guarantee the service level. And we also proposed a 4-hour delivery service in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, which means orders will be delivered within 4 hours in these 4 cities. So this is how we run our e-commerce business. In 2 to 3 years' time, from ground zero, we immediately became the largest B2C e-commerce in China. Even until today, many people still remember A Chinese Odyssey, Le Petit Prince, and also Tokyo Love Story. All these are the best sellers on Joyo.com, and they were the first generation of best sellers on e-commerce. The business was good with Joyo.com. There was only one problem, that is money. Because to develop an e-commerce platform requires a large amount of funding. At that time, it was the harsh winter for the capital market, and at that time, most of the VCs are foreign investments. For a local entrepreneur like me who didn't have experience in a different country and who didn't speak English well, it is difficult to get financed from the foreign investors. We also prepared over 100 pages of Chinese and English business plan, and I approached almost all the VCs I can find. There was a list about 30 companies on it. I thought our business was so good, but none of them would love to invest in us. I was desperate. In the end, a friend of mine invested $1 million, and the shareholders of Kingsoft invested another $1 million, and this helped us finish the second round of financing. So my memory about Joyo.com is about looking for money everywhere constantly. And in 2004, we had to sell Joyo to Amazon. Later, it became Amazon China. A few years ago, I visited Bezos, and he apologized to me saying that he didn't take good care of Joyo.com. Reviewing this journey, it was painful because half a year after I sold Joyo.com to Amazon, another wave of internet came, and B2C e-commerce also experienced a booming stage, and that symbolizes the entire rise of e-commerce. So for Joyo.com, it was founded after the bubble of internet broke, and it fell right before the rise of the e-commerce. This was such a painful memory for me. After selling Joyo, many people asked me, "Do you regret selling Joyo?" I told them no. I never admit that I am regretful, but in my heart, it was painful. On one hand, for entrepreneurs, the business they start was just like their child. Therefore, it was a painful period for me. And I tried to cut my connections with Joyo.com. I asked myself not to go to my office, and I asked myself not to buy things from Joyo.com, and I tried not to meet with my colleagues from Joyo except for Chen Nianyuan. So for an entrepreneur, I think a bigger pain is that we missed the entire era of internet. Therefore, at that time, it was so painful. I kept asking myself why I lost. You can take a closer look at this. It feels like it was just a bad luck, right? We didn't establish this company when financing was easier. But when the bubble broke, we established this company. If we can hang in there for just half a year, things will recover. So I thought it was bad luck, and I told people that next time I start my own business, I need to see my fortune and my fate, because to start your own business, you need fate and you need luck. Of course, that was just a joke.
First, for the timing, we did not very care about the timing. At that time, we did not seize the right time. Why did we establish the company after the burst of the bubble? Why shouldn't we be earlier? So we have lost at the starting line, have lost the best time for starting up a business. And we also were not so capable of doing this. We did not stick to the time when the dawn was about to break. So this has given me great inspiration. So I realized we need some luck and have a very good judgment on the general trend. No matter how smart, how hardworking you are, you cannot never underestimate the importance of window. So why I talk about the timing, the window, because there are so many people who are so smart and diligent. They do not realize that the opportunity is so important, because opportunity is important for everyone. So after half a year, one step after another, I went through. So I kept asking myself, what was internet? Do I have opportunities later? What's the next step for us? After contemplating for several times, we have a better understanding on the internet. This was my perception in 2005. I have written it down. It was not only a technological revolution, it was a concept revolution. What's important is that the internet will be integrated into every walks of life. Today, when you just view this, you do not think it do not a big deal. And because today we are talking about the Internet Plus, and this is the Internet mindset. But at that time, it was 2005, because we have a bird view of the Internet industry. Then I scanned all the new opportunities in the industry. So at that time, I changed my eyesight. It was in 2005, when people were talking about the 3G, the launch of the 3G at that time, it seems that I have seen a big opportunity. That is the mobile internet. After in-depth analysis, I firmly believe that the next decade will be the era of the mobile internet, and it will be much larger than the PC internet. I firmly believe this. In every meeting, every occasion, I would advocate the internet. I would like to play joke. I was the first forerunner of the internet, but it was just not good just to talk horse. And I take action instantly. I just did two things. They are not complicated. The first thing is that I should become the first group of real users. The second one is that we will become the earliest participant of this wave of the internet. Is it easy enough for you? I think these two lines are very simple, but it was very difficult for you to become a practitioner. Because in the past decade, at that time, the cell phone would only have some simple functions. And also, the speed was so slow. And why people use such a cell phone with such a slow speed? And it was so painful for us to turn us from the computer to the cell phone. At that time, what I thought was, no matter how difficult to use the cell phone, from this day on, I will people use the cell phone instead of the computer to go online. So I have made such a big determination. It was such stressful for me. So it was just a small cell phone with so small screen, which was so small, and the character so small. I cannot use the computer. I can only use the cell phone like this. So in such a hardship, such suffering, I have seen many opportunities of the mobile internet. The products of the mobile internet, which I have made, were mainly originated from these painful experiences. So the pain is not a bad thing. Where are the painful experiences? There are the opportunities and need of the users, and these are the opportunities for you to start up a business. So I used it every day. It was such a suffering for me. About 10 years ago, I began to use the computer again. Later, I said I would not only become the user, I would like to become the participant of this industry. I will become the forerunner of this wave. So I would search on the internet who would like to be engaged in the business of the mobile internet. So I became the angel investor, and the first company I invested was in the January 2001. The most famous one was UC Web. Many of you may know this, UC Web. After these years of practices and exploration, I began to be more firmly believe that a new era has come, that is the mobile internet. In 2007, Kingsoft company got listed, which has a history of 19 years. I also left this company and began a brand new life. In the next 3 years, while doing the angel investment, I began to systematically summarize my experience and made a careful preparation for the next journey. Today, I have shared my 3 stories of the valley in my lifetime. Faced with frustrations and failures, like all of you, I once wavered. I was confused. I even gave up. But today, while I will stand on this posture, I would like to tell you, without these frustrations, failures, without the accumulation in experience brought by them, I would not become what I am today. No one would like failures and frustrations, but inevitably, everybody will meet them, will encounter them. And I believe from this time on, many people were in frustrations, confusions, failures, and anxiety. Since these pains and sufferings are unavoidable, we should not avoid them. We should face them squarely and march forward in pains to let the pains make the better us. So this is the meaning of pain and the givings of frustration. At last, I would like to use one word to summarize my speech. All of the frustrations, obstacles, and failures, even the things that are meaningless, which just kills time, will become the most important and most valuable wealth. Life is so long. Let us keep believing. We should believe that the most wonderful thing is about to happen. The stories we have told will have inspired me to create Xiaomi in April 6, 2001, in a small office in Zhongguancun. We drank the millet porridge. We began to create Xiaomi technology, Xiaomi retail, and community all benefit from the 3 stories I have told. So how time flies. It was 12 years. I still remember in the 10th anniversary, we had lots of reviews. That review lasted about half a year. Every day we will ask ourselves, where did we win? Where did we lose? What are our advantages and disadvantages? Again and again. Sometimes the meeting will last until the 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. So after half a year's review, we have gained a lot from it. And in the meeting, I often talked about this. So we would like to write down all of the experience and summary so that the employees in Xiaomi would see it. But I have begun to realize that the work is much more complicated, which lasted about 2 years. The first product I would like to bring to you is the book, Merely Entrepreneurial History. This book has contained lots of my thoughts and summaries and the history of creating Xiaomi, practices and methods of creating Xiaomi. Though the author listed here is me, we co-authored this book. So we want to publish this book in order to let more people who want to know Xiaomi to care for us. If you want to know the stories of Xiaomi, we have published 2 biographies of Xiaomi. That is the Evolve to Last and the Evolve to Last, authorized by Kingsoft and Xiaomi's book, Move Forward Boldly. We have summarized our experience. Technology is our foundation. Honest prices, our mission. Products are our passion. I would like to tell you, last year we have invested 13.2 billion yuan, and this year we will invest about 17 billion yuan in R&D. The GCR was about 39.7%. So at the beginning of this year, we have also promised in the next 5 years, the R&D investment will exceed 100 yuan. It was this ever-evolving, innovative spirit and ever-increasing investment that ensure the coolest product we will develop. Several minutes later, I would like to bring you lots of important products that are new products. I will also report to you our new progress in exploration of our technology. Then we'll play a video of 3 to 4 minutes. After that, it will be the autumn product release of Xiaomi. Okay, see you later.
探索就是进入一个无人区，去走别人没有走过的路。
Mix 这款手机在立项的时候，我压根就没有考虑过它有可能做出。作为一款概念手机的话呢， 我在初期的时候，让他们不要把量产性作为重要的考虑因素，因为要大胆的尝试，大胆的冒风险，大胆的突破。
我们设计的时候得到的需求就是正面不允许开孔，
所有的问题都是跨学科的。当200多万颗像素同时点亮的那一瞬间，你会发现，所有的色彩都占满了整个屏幕，感觉就像所有的身上的细胞都被激发了一样。
对研发人员来说，看到它就像看到自己的孩子一样。
6、7年前呢，我们在想象未来的手机的时候，我们提出了全面屏的概念。今天发现全面屏就已经普及了，我们就在想，5G 时代到底什么样的产品能够引领未来整个手机发展的潮流？
接近360度的内容显示，你手所能碰到的地方全是屏幕。我们生产100台，可能只有1台是可以使用的。
Mix 阿尔法呢，它不是折叠屏手机，不是双面屏手机，不是瀑布屏手机，而代表未来形态的概念型手机。
我们对概念手机的要求就是什么呢？就是不计代价、不计回报、不考虑量产性。
我们都见过的屏幕电路，在这一小点上它是透明的，你能想象吗？
就这么一小点，它消耗了多少的精力和时间，和天文数字的投入。
Mix 就是不计一切代价的探索，追求完美。
这就是我们所想象的未来手机所在前进的一个方向。
所有的方向其实都值得大家去努力去探索。今天做不到，不代表明天做不到。
我希望小米永远是米粉心中最酷的东西。
永远相信，美好的事情即将发生。大家好。
Welcome back.
来参加小米的新品
Welcome to attend our launch of new products. Two good news to share. Not long ago, Xiaomi was for the first time ranked among the Fortune 500 ranking as 266. In the past 2 years in the chart, we have made progress for 202 rankings, and that's the fastest growing Chinese technology company. The second piece of good news is last month we launched 3 Xiaomi 12S series cell phones, which were very well received. And first of all, people were impressed by Leica image. And secondly, the customer experience is very high. It's been sold in the market for over 1 month, so what are the feedbacks? We have selected the good ratings from JD, and the ratio is exceeding 98% respectively, and Xiaomi 12S Ultra was as high as 98.68%. That was a very great achievement, and that's almost the best performing cell phone, even able to rival against iPhone. So that's a milestone progress for Xiaomi. As the smoothness, cooling system, and holding, as well as photo taking, they have been very well received by the customers, so I will skip the details. For today's launch, it's very special. We're going to present you the technological strength of the whole group. It covers 3 segments. They have brought us their good examples. First of all, let's look at Xiaomi. We have 4 products to launch. The first one is Xiaomi Mix Fold 2. For foldable cell phones, there have been 4 years of exploration in the whole business, and foldable cell phones have been going ever more mature. But there is one pain point. The foldable mobile phones are having 2 times the depth of a usual cell phone. So the thickness has become an obstacle for the commercialization and popularization of foldable cell phones. Today, I would love to share with you one good news. Mix Fold 2 has made breakthroughs in terms of the thickness of foldable cell phone. Now let's watch a video.
这就是我们 Mix Fold 2。
So this is Mix
这
Fold
款手
2.
机呢，你拿在手上，
When you
就像
hold
一个
it,
正常的旗舰手机一样。
the thickness is the same as a flagship model. It's 6.56 inches of the outer display, and the aspect ratio is 21:9, so it's just as normal, especially the same as the flat screen. And it's very delicate in all the details. When you unfold it, it's a foldable screen, and the screen is very big in size. We have 2 colors to offer. One is gold, the other is black. The black color is very businesslike and it's very classy. The first shocking experience of Mix Fold 2 on the customers is the lightweight and the thickness. It's only 5.4 mm in thickness. You may have no clue about it, so let's look at this image. 5.4 mm is a combination of the screen plus module. That's almost the extreme of all smartphones, unless you can take out Type-C port. So this cell phone has already hit the cap in terms of the thickness. And also on the 2 edges, they're exactly the same in terms of the thickness. So in total, that makes it 11.2 mm. To give you a vivid idea, if you use iPhone Pro Max with a cover, then it's 10.83 mm. But when we unfold our cell phone, it's 13.2 with a cover and 11.2 without a cover when we fold it. So it's basically the same as iPhone 13 Pro Max with a cover. So we think this cell phone will be more practical and popular. And as to the weight, it's even lighter compared to iPhone 13 Pro Max with a cover. And as to the width, it's less than iPhone. So it can fit in your hands when you hold it. In the front, it's a flat screen. But at the edge, we have a rounded edge. We have hesitated for 2 months in terms of the rounded edge, because for flexible 3D screen, we are making it rather flat with a rounded edge to fit comfortably in your hands. With that design, the cost per cell phone has been increased by 1 to 200 RMB yuan. So when you hold it, it feels good, and it's very delicate. When you hold it, it feels good when it's folded, and if you unfold it, it's easy to hold as well with either hand. As to the weight distribution, you don't feel that it's uneven with that great breakthrough. So what lies behind it? For foldable cell phones, the first technical point is about the hinge. That's the most difficult part. So we have an independently developed hinge. It's called the micro water drop hinge. Globally, this hinge is the most cutting-edge representative. Compared to our competitors' hinges, it's thinner by 18% and lighter by 35%. That's awesome. It's a lot more lighter in weight. we have completed a series of technical innovation. First of all, we have miniaturized hinge system. The precision is almost as high as the luxury watches. And also we have the wear-resistant MIM alloy. So it's very wear-resistant. So you don't have to worry about the quality. We have put a lot of efforts into every detail. And secondly, we have replaced the stainless steel with our carbon fiber dual hinge plates. And it's thinner by 33%, but it's much stronger. Also, we have integrated the 200 different parts of the hinge and reduced it to 87. We have basically condensed them, and all of those welding points have been reduced. So it's unibody, and it's unwelded. So there are a lot of details technically, so I will skip them. We all know that foldable cell phones are very complex. That's why we have gone through hundreds of stringent tests to improve its reliability and quality. The first breakthrough lies in the hinge. We're now adopting the most cutting-edge hinge in the world. Second of all, about the display. What is the strength of our display? When you unfold the display, it's 8.02 inch. That's almost the size of iPad mini. And it's 2K plus. Those are the parameters. You could read through them. For example, 120 Hertz, and so on. It's more than just a flexible screen. It's very outperforming by adopting the most advanced technology. For example, Eco OLED ultra-thin flexible display. Eco OLED technology is leading. To explain it is very complex, but I can tell you the recipe behind it. It adopts the POLAS technology. POLAS means we are taking out the polarizer. We know that for any display, polarizer is very important, but we take out the polarizer and it replaces it with the color filter and combine it with OLED, so we have one less layer. With that design, transmission has been improved by 33%, but power has been reduced by 25%. For such a big cell phone, the battery of foldable cell phone is not big enough, so we cannot allow for very limited time of DOU. So we pay special attention to DOU. We have gone to all means to introduce the technology of POLAS, and it has a leading DOU performance. Besides, we have LTPO, allowing for 120 Hz Adaptive Sync Pro, further reducing power consumption. With the combination of so many technologies, the brightness, HBM brightness could be 1000 nit, and the peak brightness could be as high as 1300, and that's really seen among all the peers. Let's look again. It's very flat screen from the look of it, because we have a new technology. It's called UTG Flexible Ultra Thin Glass. We have learned about the soft film PCI, so if you press it, there may be a scratch left on it. People complain a lot about such a screen, but we have to be understandable because foldable screens have been evolving all the years. Scratches and any fingerprint when you press it may be happening. So we have UTG, ultra-thin glass. How thin is it? It's only 0.03 mm. Any clue about it? It's only 30 micrometer. And the strength has been improved by 2.25 times. Besides, We have coated on the glass ultra-low anti-reflective film with the reflectivity of lower than 2%. So when you read on your cell phone, it's very comfortable. We also have symmetrical dual speakers with Harman Kardon tuning. Whether you play games or watch videos on the display, it's very immersive experience. Let's look at the outer display. The outer display is a standard flagship model. It's 6.56 inch, and all of those parameters look fine. For example, the most cutting-edge Corning make us predictive glass. Those figures look fine. But we stressed the holding experience. So we take the cost of a foldable display to make it look like a flat screen with only rounded edge. The cost is pushed up higher by 1 to 200 RMB. The display is top level. Just the cost of the two parts of the displays is high enough.
Therefore, both displays has 120 Hz high refresh rate, 1000 nit HBN brightness, and they are both true color display, and they are all compatible with Dolby Vision. In order to make sure the automatic brightness are consistent, folded or unfolded, it is also capable of 360-degree ambient light sensors. So folded or unfolded, we can make sure the brightness will be consistent. So we really invested a lot of energies on these two displays. And this mobile phone is boosted by the Snapdragon 8 processor. It is also equipped on Xiaomi 12S, and we have seen great recognition from our user after 1 month of launch. It is also equipped with a great cooling system. The entire mobile phone is only 5.4 millimeters thick. Many people are worried about the battery size. Is it really very small? As I mentioned, Xiaomi learned the most important thing in 12 years, and that is experience comes first. So we put a 4500 mAh in this foldable display. It is also compatible with 67-watt charging. In 10 minutes, it can be charged to 38%. The DOU is 1.15 days. So you have enough battery to use the phone for 1 day. If we compare it with the competitor's foldable display, folded, let's compare it with other two competitors who have the best foldable display. When the phone is folded, our DOU is 25% more. That means the DOU of the outer display is 25% more. Unfolded, the DOU is 35% more. So you see the power of POLAR's technology. This is an 8-inch display, and you've been using this phone to playing games and working with it. And we pay special attention to smoothness, DOU, and temperature control. Because people are complaining about the temperature of the phone, therefore we pay close attention to temp control. After using different apps, you can see the temperature performance of this mobile phone is the best. Therefore, in the last launch event, I appeal to the application to work with us to really create an extreme temperature control experience. So Weibo, after that launch event, approached us and improved the temperature control with us. And you can see the performance of using Weibo on it. Do not underestimate 1 degree Celsius. It will make a lot of difference. So for Mix Fold 2, as I mentioned, the DOU, the smoothness, the temperature control, we have invested a lot in these tiny details. As a flagship, it is also boosted by the Leica image. For such a thin mobile phone, what about the camera module? It has a 50 MP main camera. It has ultra wide angle. It also has 2x optical zoom. The main camera is IMX 766. IMX 766 is the most frequently used sensor. For flagships, the single pixel is 1 micrometer and the super pixel is μm. So on such a thin foldable display, we are able to use IMX766. It was a great shock to me. My colleagues did everything they can to develop an ultra-thin module. There are many technological innovations in it. However, in the interest of time, I will not dwell on it. And there is also glare, professional coating, and ALD ultra-low reflective. It also has Leica's 2 photographic styles. Let's take a look at some sample pictures. This one was taken at the beach, and this is a surfer who is going to surf. And you can see his skin's tanned. And this is a little girl playing hide and seek. And she's hiding behind a tree looking at the camera. And this is a night view. This one was Nanping Second Bridge in Zhuhai, and this is a very popular scenic spot. This is a great place to take a picture of a of the sunset and also the lights going up on the bridge. And this one was taken by the street as wearing a hat by the advertisement. This is the 2x optical zoom. We see a couple walking the dog by the beach. And in a bookshop, in such a narrow place, if you want to take a complete picture, you can use the ultra-wide angle. In such a small bookshop, you will be able to capture all the books in one picture. And for this camera module, it is also equipped with the master lenses system. For example, this is the 50mm classic swirly bokeh lens. This one is the 35mm classic black and white lens. And this one is the 90mm classic soft focus lens. Very good to take pictures of girls. It is also boosted by Xiaomi AI image solution. So all scene snapshots, ProFocus, and ultra-fast burst are all capable. For example, you can take a picture of a guy practicing cycling by the beach. It is very interesting. So it is a great snapshot. To take a snapshot, we use snapshot to take pictures of the animals and the kids, because kids don't know how to work with the photographers. And the photographers also took a picture of a girl eating spaghetti. She's cute. And selfie is also a high-quality selfie with a 20MP camera. Selfie is very interesting. You can use the Leica main camera to take a selfie. You can also use the master lens system to take a selfie. Let's see how you can do it. You just need to flip the camera, turn around the phone, then you will be able to use the main camera, use the IMX766 to take a selfie. You see the image quality is much better. On the left-hand side is taken by the front camera, and on the right-hand side it was taken by the Leica camera. You see the different image quality, and also you see the selfies using the master lens systems. All are great shots. So if you have the Mix Fold 2, you can take a try. It's very interesting. It also supports 8K video. It is also compatible with Dolby Vision HDR video recording. It also supports the Leica video filter, which is amazing. Another interesting thing is that a vlogger told us that you can record a vlog in this way. You will be able to watch yourself while recording the vlog. So this vlogger stand the phone on the table, and while recording, he is able to see his movement in the display. So this is the Leica image brought up by Mix Fold 2, and people are also interested in its user interface experience. We also made a lot of customization for the UI. We redesigned the UI for Mix Fold 2. For the regular foldable display, usually we just enlarge and extend the display when the phone is unfolded. However, for Mix Fold 2, we put more content on the larger display. Moreover, we redesigned the widgets, make them more beautiful and efficient. You see the applications, your calendar, document search. Also designed large display interaction because the screen is larger. There are more ways to use it. For example, split screen shortcuts and dual floating windows. Let's see how they can work. You just need to use three fingers to swipe to split the screen. Secondly, the split screen can be stored on your home page, and you just need to click on it. You will be able to launch the previous split screen. Moreover, all the applications can be put into the sidebar. You just need to drag the sidebar, launch it, and screen again. And 4 applications can be run simultaneously on this display. You can watch your teacher's lecture. You can take notes. You can use the dictionary, and also you can take notes at the same time. So 4 applications are running at the same time. Therefore, there are more ways to use a foldable display. Furthermore, when you are watching a video, you can also use bubble notification. When there is a message, there will be a bubble notification, and you just need to click on it and see the message. So you will have an immersive viewing experience. Moreover, the input method cannot be ignored. It is also difficult to improve the input method on the larger display. Example, we separate the 12-key keypad. You can customize the keyboard layout. What's more, the phone can measure the size of your hand, and you can use keyboard of different sizes like small hand, medium-sized hand, and large-sized hand. Very considerate, right? And also we did a lot to improve the third-party applications. It is compatible with over 4,000 third-party applications. For all the videos, the comments will be placed on the top of the video. You will be able to get a great viewing experience. We can also provide offline real-time subtitle translation. When you are watching a foreign movie, you will be able to see the subtitle easily. When you are playing mobile games, you can use different ways to display the game, and we also use mobile phones to invest. For example, horizontally you will be able to see more details of your stock, and vertically you will see different kinds of stocks. And people also use foldable display to work. Therefore, WPS is also greatly compatible with this foldable display. What's more, if you send a picture, for example, this is a spreadsheet, now you cannot edit it. But now you just need to press long and extract this spreadsheet, and then use WPS to edit this spreadsheet. Do you understand it? So the spreadsheet in the picture can be extracted from the picture. So you just need to press long enough on the picture, then the spreadsheet will be extracted, and then you can use WPS to edit it. Therefore, MIUI Fold is redesigned for the foldable display. We enlarged the display to put more content in it. We improved the system applications, and we are compatible with a lot of third-party applications. Therefore, this time we did a lot for this large foldable display. This is Mix Fold 2 we bring to you. It is extremely thin and light-weighted. This is a revolutionary step forward. This time we also provide you with a vegan leather case with stand. Last month, for Ultra, we provide a transparent case, and there are a lot of complaints about this case. But this time, for this fine mobile phone, we are going to provide our users with a vegan leather case with stand, and this stand is capable of stepless adjustment. very easy to use when you watch video. We also provide you with leather case along with the wrist strap and shoulder strap. Very beautiful. Why are you laughing? So this is Xiaomi Mix Fold 2. Now let's watch a short clip of video.
It was so beautiful. Our team also, for the Mix Fold 2, prepared 6 VIP services. You can have a look. For the Mix Fold 2 like this, what is its price? The price is so good. 8,999. The starting price is 12 GB plus 256 GB. For 12 GB plus 512 GB, it was 999. For the first time, support B. For those who like to take photographs, especially the Leica photo, we have sold that. For we have prepared a cup version. So equipped with so beautiful Mix Fold 2, we have also brought you the and most advanced watch. Is it beautiful? Yeah. Therefore, we would like to release Buds 4 Pro, the most advanced earphone. So you can see that the case is so beautiful. It's like rubber. It was so bright on the upper, and it was dark on the bottom side. So also these are 2 colors. It's the magnetic flip case. It is easy to snatch it and put it back. So when you make the advanced earphone, every detail is very important, especially with the collection. So let us watch a video to introduce the TWS earphone.
Take over the city, yeah, baby. Follow my lead, everybody get ready. All my girls are with me tonight. Let's turn it up now.
So this earphone has high sound quality. It has adopted our customized second generation 11mm dual magnet dynamic driver. This is terrific. It also supports LHDC 4.0 ultra clear transmission agreement. It has also got the high-res audio wireless. It is rarely seen. As the most advanced earphone, I would like to talk about several index that are necessary. First, you need the dimensional audio. What about this technology? No matter what angle you broadcast it, the wavelength is fixed. You should use the very advanced cell phone to use it. So it's called the dimensional audio. Then we have a big breakthrough. We have used the processor up level, put it in the earphone. Therefore, any equipment after entering to this support the independent space dimensional audio. So this is most advanced in the industry around the world. The second thing is the smart adaptive AND. It may reach 48 dB. It has the best performance in all the smart cell phones. Also, we have the VPU noise reduction for calls. So the call noise reduction may snatch the wearer's voices. Therefore, when you have phone calls, the voices will become very, very clear. Such a small earring can last for 9 hours. If you wear the ear case, then it can last for 38 hours. Therefore, we brought you the most advanced TWS earring. So what is its price? 9,999, the first release. For the Xiaomi Watch, an increasing number of young people are using the smart watch in place of the traditional wristwatch. Therefore, we learn from the traditional mechanical watch. So it will be smoother for them to change the watch. So we have used the 46mm. It is a standard size. As for the screen, make it bigger. We have made it 1.47 inches. We have used the rubber cover and stainless. And also, we have made diamond-shaped watch crown engravings. It was so fine. It is so fine. And we have used screwless unibody design. It is also give you the quality of the ceramics, and we have also used the most advanced materials. And also we have the handmade leather band. Also, we have used the floral rubber for those who like to do sports, and also for those who like to wear suits, we have prepared the stainless wristband. Also, we have used the very advanced and fantastic watch cover. So we have lots of choices. Therefore, we have introduced the most advanced smartwatch. So let's watch a video now. The young man looks so good on this cell phone, on this watch. So I'm also wearing a Flora rubber watch for the 46mm. It suits better for the female, and it has a very good computation ability, and it is 12nm process. So it will give you a smooth experience, and it will give you a graceful interaction. We support wireless recharging. The DOU is 14 days for this smartwatch. It has strong functions, supports 100 sports model, GPS NFC, sleep monitoring, the oxygen monitoring, and the temperature of your skin. So this is the we have also support the rich third-party app. This is most advanced smartwatch. The price is 1,499. The black stainless equipped with the for the silver stainless it is 1,599. Would you like to have a look? So, what is the first thing to see? It is the fold screen cell phone. So it gives you a comfortable feeling when you hold it. Its size is as big as the normal cell phones you use, so it is so good to be used, easy to be used. When you open it, you can see that the screen is so large, 8-inch large, so it is so delicate, it is so thin. You can have it is a Type-C module plus two-edge thickness, so which do not have to see the weight. The density is much more important. It is so light when you hold it. It is so comfortable when you see the form or look at something else. It is very comfortable experience. Therefore, we have prepared Mix Fold 2. This is the bud. This is our earphone. Does it look good? It looks fantastic. Okay, we have also prepared you the watch. Therefore, the smartwatch have become much more advanced, so it may become a rival for the mechanical watch. Thank you so much. So many people say that they love these three items, so we have prepared a suit, a set. So you may. So we have 1 TB Mix Fold 2 plus white watch band and the gold earphone as well as the leather case. So it's enough for you. So we have made it very well, and you can give it to others as gifts. So this is the Mix Fold 2. Also, another thing is the Xiaomi this is a super large screen. Xiaomi Pad 5 Pro. So it is as large as a laptop, 12.4 inches. So it is 27.2% larger than the original pad. It is the full screen. So it has an antenna. It is so beautiful. Also, the thickness is 6.66 millimeters. So it is it gives you all the easiness. We have the verdant full screen. Also, we have the black and silver. So you can buy the screen. It is a top LCD screen, 2.5K, 120 Hz. It supports Dolby Vision. All the parameters are well. Because we often use pad, we especially have made the low blue light protection screen. Also, we have the symmetrical so therefore it will give you a very good experience of watching the TV series or playing games. Also, we have adopted most credible processor, that is Snapdragon 670. We can play the Genshin Impact at 60 FPS and 1 hour. The average was it will be 58.5 FPS. We have also prepared 10,000 mAh battery. About 1 hour, it can be fully recharged. DOE will be 2.13 days. You can use it for more than 2 days. So what's the purpose of using pad? In the past, we often use it to watch TV series. So today, in many working or schooling scenarios, you use it. So we have prepared you the video conferences. What we have done, we have moved the camera in the middle of it. Therefore, it gives you a very good scene. Second is that we have upgraded into 20 MP, so it gives you a good effect compared with iPad. So the video will achieve much higher effect. So sometimes, very often, the video meeting will last from morning to evening. Sometimes, if you use iPhone, iPad, you should use the recharging battery. But for the Xiaomi, you can use it for over 10 hours from the morning to evening. You do not have to bring a recharger. Even sometimes it is out of charge. You can recharge it in a very short period. So sometimes we often use two pads, one used for the video meeting, one for taking notes. In order to improve the video office working, we have improved the Type-C, and we have also support Type-C and support DP output. It can directly connected to the TV and the display. And also, we support Xiaomi Conference Tapcast. You do not have to use the plug. In our office, it has been popularized. We have used for 1 year. The function has been well received because there are so many video meetings. We have designed a Xiaomi Bluetooth speakerphone that is Octopus. So it has so many good functions, and it can easily support 20 to 30 people meeting. And the Octopus is so expensive.
We also hope to make it more cost-effective, so the price is set at $799. In addition to the hardware of the pad, the system matters. MIUI Pad 13 has done a lot of customized designs. First of all, we support free matching widgets and have quick bars. You could just click it anytime. And also we have the shortcuts of a split screen, so you could compile your notes while choosing photos, and you can search the documents while taking notes. It's very convenient since those widgets are made for the office work. For example, it is adaptable to Tencent Conference or others. And also the Xiaomi Casting Sharing Center has another function, that is the synergy with the PC. So the pad could become the secondary display of your computer. They are more interactive. To pave the way for the actual utilization of the pad, we have optimized a lot of those parts. The first one, big design, is about the keyboard cover. It is full screen size, and it has the FM button, and there are dual angle support. As to the white keyboard, we adopt organic silicon material, and it's dirt resistant. The biggest breakthrough comes at the dual angle adjustment. What does it mean? If you put it down, it's for office work, but if you hold it up, it's for video conferencing. So there are two angles. It's more user-friendly. The next one is about the Xiaomi Smart Pen. You can also call upon the notes and feel free to draw and take notes with just one click. And if you press the screenshot, you can very quickly take a snapshot of your display. That's what we have specially designed for the Xiaomi Pad 5 Pro. The first one is the magnetic keyboard cover, and the others are the magnetic smart cover and Xiaomi Smart Pen. If you put them together with the pad, there will be some promotion price. So that's about Xiaomi Pad 5 Pro 12.4 with very big display and most advanced processor and 10,000 mAh, specially designed for office work, learning, and video conferencing. What's the price? It's very competitive. The same size as a computer, but the price is $2,999. Very competitive price. The August 18th promotion day is upcoming, so we have another special price. The premier price would be 200 RMB yuan less. You could take a snapshot of this price, and the actual price may be 200 RMB yuan less. It's only 2,799, so that's very competitive. That's the 4 products launched from Xiaomi. Are they good enough? With good design and good customer experience and a very good price. Now let's turn to Redmi. Redmi brings us the masterpiece for this year. It's called K50 Ultra. K50 is the flagship model for this year of a Redmi series, and the K50 Ultra is the best performing product. Now let's look at the appearance. On the back, we have the curved glass, and we have redesigned the whole Ultra series. We have curved glass on the back cover, and also you can see the curve. That's why the frame is very thin and it's very light when you hold it. The dial is also unibody design. It's metallic unibody design. We also have K50 design. There are 3 color choices: black, silver, and blue. What's the biggest concern of K50 Ultra among all the followers? That's the performance. We offer ultra performance. How ultra is its performance? It is also supported by the ultimate performance. In terms of cooling system and the tuning of the performance, it's very strong. It has 30,000 square mm cooling materials. Among the whole K50 series, that's the best of its kind. We also have independently developed frame stabilization technology. Frame stabilization and the power consumption are all looking good. Now let's look at the numbers. People love to have PK with the Genshin impact. Could we put it to the extremes when we play Genshin? For example, the frame rate, the quality of the image, and the temperature. Now let's look at the 1 hour running of the game. The rate is 59.4 FPS. The maximum temperature is 46 Celsius degrees. What about after 1 hour? The frame rate will not be undermined. So now let's do it till the end. After full charge, we will test it until you're out of power. Let's last for 3 hours. Frame rate is stabilized at 58 FPS. Maximum temperature still stays at 46 Celsius degrees. That's about the ultimate tuning of K50 Ultra. In terms of the performance, the resolution, the temperature, and the tuning of the games, and the frame rates and the smoothness are all guaranteed. We could offer 120 Hz refreshing. So K50 Ultra is good performing in all ways, and we invite you to go to the Mi Home for in-person experience. We also have Ultra display. It's a flat display, and we have specially customized this 1.5K flat screen. PPI is 446. We benchmark it with iPhone 13 Pro Max. This is the photo taken, and you can see it's exceeding the limits of our naked eye. They're clear enough, and it also supports 1920 Hz color tuning, light tuning, and it has low Blu-ray with hardware level. So it's the first SGS low visual fatigue certification cell phone for the first time, and those are the parameters. They look good. At this point, some people may be wondering, why not 2K? For your information, K50 Pro is 2K based. If you prefer 2K cell phones, I recommend K50 and K50 Pro. Some people prefer both OU and high resolution, so we designed 1.5K. That's a brand new choice. So why 1.5K? With high image quality and low power consumption, we need to strike a balance, and that's the best equilibrium we can hit. We have to guarantee both the clarity of the image far better than the precision accomplished by people's naked eyes, and also we have specially designed the performance to guarantee the minimum power consumption. It's almost 1080p screen power consumption with higher clarity in comparison. So we specially customized that display. We cooperate with CSOT, Tianma to define it, and we also do the R&D together with those two other partners. This year we have seen big leapfrogging development of the domestically made displays. Now let's look at the breakthroughs made in the displays. The first one is the diamond-like sub-pixel arrangement, which allows for higher clarity, and secondly, consistency. And thirdly, the display quality has made breakthroughs with ultra-low latency, higher display lifespan, with flagship-level process. We highly recommend you to go to Mi Home. Take a visit, and I believe we have to work all together to help those domestic displays to be more popularized and upgraded. Together, we have 120 watts of ultra-fast charging and 5,000 mAh of battery. We also have the Surge P1 chip with the ultimate performance, and the high DOU is almost as high as the best performing one. It's 1.28 days, and the pixel is 100 million with OIS technology. We also have HM6 sensor. That sensor can guarantee better quality, especially in the nighttime. It's 9-in-1, and the pixel is 1.92 micrometer. It's super pixel. We also can guarantee 1.6 aperture. Now let's look at the photo taken by this technology. The lens is good. It's 1P. It's a combination of plastic and glass lenses. We have greatly reduced the glare added by the Xiaomi AI image solution. Now let's look at a photo. It's a photo taken in Sichuan Yala snow-peaked mountain. Look at the colors. 100 million of super pixels deliver a lot more details. If we zoom in 14 times, it's also very clear. We also support it with Xiaomi Pro Focus. It's good for taking photos of kids and animals. Now we are taking videos of the sharks. The focus is following the shark's movements. We also have a lot of flagship experience. For example, the dual speakers, GPS localization, multifunctional NFC, X-axis linear actually supported it with different technologies. Another key point for K50, that is about fingerprint on the screen. That's about the 3 functions of K50 Ultra. In addition, this time, K50 Ultra has prepared a joint work. Early this year, Redmi partnered with Mercedes-Benz AMG Petronas. Now, K50 Ultra will also launch the joint work with Petronas. Now, let's look at this video.
Wow, so cool. This is the latest Mercedes AMG Formula One racing car. It is called W13. This is the latest car model, K50 Ultra. Also has a K50 Champion Edition called Redmi K50 Ultra Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 Team Summer Edition. It is inspired by the design of this car. K50 Champion Edition pursues extreme performance. First, it has the classic logo of Mercedes-Benz, and its color is the same with the car, silver plus green. Moreover, it has the checkered flag pattern on it. On the edge of the mobile phone, it also has a carbon fiber pattern design with a lot of racing course elements on it. We also invited Hamilton to be our spokesperson to take this poster. This is the best racer in the team. So this is the Redmi K50 Ultra Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 Team Summer Edition. A little recap for K50 Ultra. It is boosted by Snapdragon 8 Plus. It is tuned for the ultimate ultra performance. It has a 1.5K display. It also has a Champion Edition. And this is the only mobile phone with Snapdragon 8 tuned for ultra performance. This is the only one for the similar phones, and it also has a 1.5K flat screen. So this is the ultimate in the K50 series. You know, we pursue the extreme performance. So what is the price for this mobile phone? How much is it? It is at 2,999. It comes in 5 editions: 8 plus 128, 8 plus 256, 12 plus 256, 12 plus 512 gigabytes. It is priced at 3,999, and for the Champion Edition, it is 4,199. Very beautiful and elegant. In order to showcase our determination to pursue honest prices for our Mi fans, on the 16th August summer promotion, you will be able to enjoy a special discount for K50 Ultra. 8 plus 256, it is 3,999. 12 plus 256 is 3,399, and 6,399 for the 12 plus 512 gigabytes. I believe nobody can reach this price level. Let's applaud for the honest price of Redmi. Okay, now let's move on to Mi Home. Over the years, Mi Home has developed a lot of bestseller home appliances. This time, it brings us two smart products which adopt the most advanced technologies. The first one is the Mijia Smart Purifying Range Hood P1. Perhaps you don't know what a purifying range hood is. A purifying range hood is the top-notch range hood. Top-notch. This is why we give it a new name. Why? We are able to capture all the smoke without any smell. Cook, no matter how good your range hood is, usually you will still be able to smell the smoke and find the fumes when you cook. It used a lot of technologies. For example, the high-speed ventilation system. This is quite a technical term. So for this technology, if we take a closer look, it used aerodynamic technology principles with a unique design. We are able to create several vortex to trap all the smoke and fumes. Moreover, it also has a unique design called horizontal ventilation channel, which is very narrow. Previously, we have strong suction and large volume of wind. But this time we have a powerful suction. We have a horizontal ventilation channel. The highest velocity can reach 13 meters per second. Meanwhile, it has a powerful suction system. So smoke can go up following the walls. This is called the Conda effect. But if we lean the range hood, it is much easier for us to capture the smoke and fume. Moreover, it has an air curtain to prevent the smoke and fume from going out. Even if you stir-fry paprika and chili at home, you won't be able to smell a thing. This is amazing. I didn't believe it at first. How come? So people took me to the kitchen and had a try. So they stir-fried the chili and add vinegar to it. I couldn't smell a thing. I was surprised. Later, they also tested PM 2.5 value for me. Using other range hood, you can see the PM 2.5 went out of chart. However, the PM 2.5 with P1 is less than 70. I said, is this an air purifier? So they told me the principle of it. So the smell actually is attached to the PM 2.5 in the kitchen. So if you take out all the PM 2.5, you won't be able to smell it. So with this purifying range hood, you can barely smell a thing when you cook in the kitchen. And we also have a video that I would like to share with you. Is it great? It is also tested by the China Household Electric Appliance Research Institute, so you can buy one and try it. And this will give you a brand new cooking experience in the kitchen. There are other things about this purifying range hood, for example, touch-free interface. So you won't be able to make your range hood dirty because of the oil and the dirt on your hand. It also has a simple, easy-to-clean design without oil strainer. The purifying range hood takes away all the PM 2.5 just by air, and wind. So this is the first product of Mi Jia that we bring to you. And now let's see the price. And I found for the expensive ones, it could be 10 to 20,000. And the price of this purifying range hood is 3,699, because there are a lot of black technology and patents applied to this range hood. Therefore, the price is a little bit high. And the second product is called the Mi Jia Dual Drum Washer Dryer. Now, in most households, there are two washing machines. Mainly because adults use one washing machine and children use the other one, and we use one washing machine to wash the jackets and use the other washing machine to wash the underwears. But there is a problem. First, they take up too much space. We don't have enough space at home, and also the water inlet and outlet are convenient. And for smaller washing machines, they don't have sufficient functions we need. With greater demand in the market, the entire industry is developing dual drum washer dryer, and this is the latest trend in the industry. Therefore, we also bring you a high-end dual drum washer dryer, a 5-kilo washing machine on top, and a 10-kilo washer dryer at the bottom. So people say these are two washing machines stacked together. I thought the same at first, but my colleagues told me that it is highly sophisticated. It took us 3 years. So I asked them, "What did you do?" They said, "Perhaps you didn't know. To put two washing machines together, there will be a lot of noise and vibration." Do you know this? You know, the most difficult part for a washing machine is to reduce the vibration and noise. If the two washing machines are vibrating at the same time, the one on the top might fall. So this is very difficult. So it took us 3 years to launch this product. First, it has a unibody frame supporting both drums. Secondly, it has dual suspension system and also dual damping system. Furthermore, it has two dual direct driver motors for precise control to avoid any co-vibration. This is a sophisticated structure. So when the two washing machines are working at the same time, the noise is only 48 dB. And this is the actual test. Is it good? And both washing machines are high-end. It supports 27 washing mode plus 3 types of hand washing mode. Moreover, it supports 5 deep clean functions to improve hygiene, and the bacteria removal rate can be 99.99%. It also supports 3-channel detergent dispenser. One is dedicated for the detergent for children's clothes. Therefore, we have a 3-channel detergent dispenser. This is the highest-end washer dryer in the market. And I searched on the internet. The average price for such a product is usually 10,000. So I said, so even though we dedicated 3 years for this machine, but still we need to have honest prices as our mission. So when I saw the price, I was also surprised. It is priced at 4,999. Over the years, when Xiaomi entered the market of smart home appliance, we popularized the 100-inch TV, and a few years ago, the best seller was the smart AC with ventilation, and we also have a best seller, the side-mounted refrigerator 610 liter. So we don't want to sell the mediocre home appliances. We want to sell the best product to our consumers. And this is the determination for Mi Jia to create artifacts that can be used in the house. A little recap of this launch. The 3 brands brings 7 products to our consumers. The Mix Fold 2, the Best Watch S1 Pro, the Buds 4 Pro, and also the K50 Ultra, as well as the K50 Champion Edition. Moreover, we launched the Xiaomi Pad 5 Pro 12.4, the Mi Jia washer dryer, Mi Jia dual drum washer dryer, and also the Mi Jia smart purifying range hood. I have to recommend the purifying range hood to you. You should try it. It will give you a brand new cooking experience. If you buy it to your home, your family will be thankful for you. And Mr. Xiang just gave us the loudest applause because he just changed his range hood at home. And people are interested in the size of the 12.4-inch tablet. Perhaps we can have some real product to show you. Yes, our colleagues are excited. No hurry. It is about this big. It is fairly large and fairly thin. It has a unibody design. Give me a keyboard cover. You see, the two angles are very easy to use. This one, you use this angle to watch movies, and you use this angle to work. The white cover uses environmentally friendly organic silicone. You can just wipe it and wash it if it's dirty. So this is the upgraded keyboard cover. And the August 16th is approaching. It is a promotion campaign for Xiaomi. Therefore, we have the August 16th promotion. We launched a lot of new products with a lot of discounts. We welcome our Mi fans to join the August 16th promotion. Note 11T will also launch the white edition because white is very popular.
And also you can save 200 yuan. So for the August 16th, you have lots of savings. Welcome you to the Xiaomi store to have a look. Okay, our release has lasted about 2 hours 50 minutes. Now let's come to the round of all thing. Today's release is an unprecedented gathering. 3 brands have brought us very important new products. So what is one more thing that will match this unparalleled event? Let's have a look. Many friends will care more about the progress of Xiaomi, so we would like to give you some hints. In 2021, March 30, Xiaomi officially announced that it has been 15 years, 500 days since it announced the official march into this industry, and 100 years, 500 progress very steadily. Currently, the progress has exceeded our expectation. In the past 500 days, I had a deeper perception in the vehicle industry. I always believed you should have be much respectful, and you should be awed about this industry. So we should be patient and we should be encouraged. So I hope you can give us some space to let us grow, because there are some comments online that would be critique for us, and sometimes there are rumors on the internet. I'm thinking about I would not like to clarify all the rumors and introduce the new progress. When it is the time, we will report you the progress. Every module of the vehicle industry is quite complicated, and I believe the driverless driving is the most complicated part, because it requires cutting-edge technology and it is relevant to security. That is why it is the key for you to secure victory in the driverless driving. One thing is that the Xiaomi has chosen driverless driving as the first direction for it to march into the industry of automobile. From the March last year, we have decided to go for the whole stack self-development. Not so many companies have made such decision, and we have planned a 3.3 billion RMB in it, and our team, dedicated team, has exceeded 500 people. And also, in the driverless driving, they are the top tier because the technology is so complicated. Time is so limited, and our team has given great support, especially AI Lab, our Xiaoai team, and our other teams which are relevant to the driverless driving. They have given us great support. Therefore, the resources we have put into is no less than 500 people. Currently, progress quite fast, though it has some gap with your expectation, but within such a short time, it has such a great achievement. It has gone beyond my expectation. I also have prepared you a video to let you watch so that you may have better understanding about it. And we want to express our attitude. We'll stick to the end, and we'll do our best to So, how is it? Currently, in every place across China, we are having a road test. We planned 144 vehicles. Welcome you to take photos and welcome you to encourage us. Also, we have have seen lots of friends who took photographs. We plan to continue to work for 2 more years. What means that is by 2024, enter the first tier of our industry. I believe our team will achieve this goal. Let's put our hands together. So this is the progress of the Xiaomi vehicle. When the time is right, I will routinely give you introductions, so be patient and give us some room and give us some support. We hope we will stick to the end and seriously do our best to achieve the best performance and live up to your expectations. Thank you. Next, Xiaomi Robot Lab has brought you the new word, Cyber One. What's this? What is Cyber One? Let's watch a video. Cyber One is the humanoid robot. This robot has a height of 177 centimeters. It is so high. Its weight is about 52 kilograms, a little thin. And we have her name, given it a nickname that is the Iron Big Eye, and the brother that is the Iron Egg. Cyber Dog. The official name of the Iron Egg is Cyber Dog, and its zodiac symbol is lion, so it's a humanoid. It is the most difficult product to be made. Let's have a look at the real picture. Does it look good? Let's watch its arm, 01, because it's the first robot made by us. The most difficult part is to let it stand firm and take several postures. It is so difficult to do so. This is a photograph of the whole picture of it. So Cyber One is learning various skills. Can hold one flower. Can also sense the atmosphere of the environment, your emotion, and it also can fetch things. It is learning various skills. So let's take a closer look at it to see its performance. So, Big Iron Brother, please come in. Okay, I have come. Say hello to us. Greetings. My name is Cyber One. My nickname is Cyber Dog. So you have held a flower. You look smarter than I think. So send to you. It has very high EQ. So what gestures can you make? Just learn to walk. I'm still learning to take a horse stand. Have a look whether the horse is stable. Is it standard? I've heard the clappings. Does it mean I have done a good job? Indeed. Let's take a photo together. Okay, come on in. I will use the product, the Fold, to take a photo. Okay. Okay, once more. Thank you so much. So let's watch this image. Okay, we can send it directly to the original picture to the internet. Thank you. Good performance. I will return and continue to practice the horse stance. Thank you. For several minute display, they involve lots of technologies, which goes beyond your imagination. So we would like to introduce the key functions, the key abilities. The first, you should have quite smart brain, especially the high IQ. It can sense 45 semantics and emotions. It can recognize your happiness or sadness. It can, for instance, if it hears the clappings, it can learn that you recognize it. So the brain is evolving. Also, a strong sense of vision, which is different from the scenario seen in the film. It can have virtual reconstruction of the world it sees. It is a whole brand new space vision technology. And also, the information priceless can be reached but to 1%. Also, it has the very good brain function. So for us, the most difficult part is balance. So it is the cerebellum that uses this function. So sometimes it should act like a child. It is complicated, and it should learn the knots of its body to keep his body in coordination. So this is developed by ourselves. It also has strong forelimbs. It has 5, and the maximum core torque can achieve 69 nanometer per kilogram.
That's 10 times the capability of CyberDog. So that's what we are presenting you. One, the independently developed full-stack algorithm humanoid robot. Those are all its parameters. It has the highest technological integrity and highest difficulty in research and design. Xiaomi Lab has just taken the first step in this field of humanoid, but we are making market achievements. Humanoid robot is independently developed. It relies on huge efforts and algorithms. As far as I'm learned, Cyber One is making progress every day now. We would love to show you the progress made day by day by Cyber One, but it takes time to improve. At this moment, the cost of every robotic is yet to be further reduced. Now it costs 600,000 to 700,000 RMB yuan per robot. So we cannot realize mass production yet. But Xiaomi will continue to explore the better future of smart robotics. We already have 2 generations, CyberDog and Cyber One. We will continue this journey, and we think high of the role of robotics in the field of our work and our life and manufacturing. Last but not least, we've prepared a video to show you the way that Cyber One is learning and progressing.
Whoa!
watching this video about how Cyber One is making progress on its way. I feel for him. The growth and learning of Cyber One is just like Xiaomi as a company. We have to conquer all sorts of difficulties and take solid steps firmly forward. That's all we bring to you today. Xiaomi is trying to build a brand new technology ecosystem. We start from smart cell phones to wearables and smart home appliances, and then we are moving towards intelligent manufacturing and EV cars and humanoid robotics. Xiaomi is trying to create the ever-extending technological scenarios with rich choices of experience, services, and terminals. A good news to share is the Smart Manufacturing Phase 2 is estimated to be delivered for operation next year. It's going to be a large-scale, intelligent, unmanned smart factory. So we center on people's life and work and aim to better serve people. And we aim to connect people and things. That's the core concept of Xiaomi's design. Between all scenarios and terminals, it is up to the evolving technological system of integration. The system is always evolving and improving. To give you one small example, last year, the visual system of CyberDog has now become the pro focus for cell phones. Today, we know about the driverless technology benefits from the 2017 achievements about the AI lab. We have accumulated rich experience in AI. Also, many autonomous driving technologies are quickly applied to Cyber One humanoid robotic to become its brain. For example, spatial restructuring technology is supported by the autonomous driving department of Xiaomi. So, what I'm saying today is Xiaomi is 12 years old, and it's still growing. Together with every one of you, Xiaomi has maintained its passion for this world. Together, we are discovering opportunities in changes and finding ways out. We hope to make a better world. That's all about today's speech and launches. Thank you for your time. We have spent such a pleasant night together for 2.5 hours. Thank you for your support. Bye.
Yeah, welcome at Lights Park. It's the headquarters of Leica Camera here in Wetzlar.
很荣幸代表雷总访问位于德国的徕卡总部。现在是产品发布前的关键时刻。
Mobile devices allow now everybody to take pictures.
I think we are extremely closely working together to bring the technology teams, the R&D teams together, developing really groundbreaking and innovative solutions for the mobile space.
In the mobile photography industry, there has never been such a
revolutionary joint R&D cooperation, and the consensus covers every aspect.
Xiaomi and Leica shares the same vision when it comes to photography, and both put a lot of effort into innovation and